I know there's a lot of guys who just clicked on this video who think that every woman out there is like the princesses that they see on Disney Channel. They would never do anything to test them or challenge their manhood. But the truth is, a lot of guys have been deceived. Women will test you. That is a 100% fact. And by the end of today's video, you will not only know what those tests are, you're gonna be able to pass them with ease. So I promise you, this is gonna be a good one. I need you to pay attention and make sure to watch this video all the way till the end. Now, I got this video idea because one of my good friends started dating this very attractive Christian girl. And this guy had actually been friend zoned by this girl for like 3 years, and somehow he ended up securing the bag and he started to date her. And at first, everything was fine. This guy was taking her out all the time and writing love letters for her. He was treating her really good and really well, just like the Disney movies taught him. But over time, it seemed that this girl was losing some attraction for this guy. And that was for a vast majority of reasons. But one in particular was this guy didn't stand firm on his values. This guy, like I said, was a strong Christian man, like very devout to his faith. You know, the girl was as well, like she was a Christian too. But this girl liked to go out and dance and party and go to the bars and have fun. Even though this guy said, hey, like that's not what I do. I don't do that. I want to actually follow what the Bible says and like stand firm on my faith. She would still continually test him and be like,
I know that you said you don't want to go, but we should really go. Like, I really want to go dancing and I want to go have some fun with my friends.
and instead of, standing firm on what he said, following through with his own word, he would cave and he would take this girl out and they'd go to the bars even though he didn't want to. They'd go and I'm sure they went and had some drinks, and this guy was doing the things that he told himself he wasn't going to do. And worst of all, he was doing the things that he told his girlfriend he would never do. And knowing the things that I know now between men and women and dating and relationships and all this stuff, I could tell that this girl was slowly losing respect for him because his word didn't mean anything. Subconsciously, she was realizing that she couldn't trust this guy because he would say one thing and he would do another. And I would just ask him like, hey, how are you doing with your girlfriend? How's that going? And he would look at me and say things like,
Oh, I don't know. Like, she's busy.
which is a big red flag. I'm like, what do you mean you don't know what your girlfriend's doing? Where is she? You're not talking to her daily?
And he'd be like, yeah, like sometimes we talk, but it's not every day. You know, she's just really busy with work.
I knew that something was off, and I was right. That relationship ended up ending within like 3 months. And the main reason for that was this girl was testing him to try and see if he was the man that he had portrayed himself to be, and he failed all of the tests that she threw at him. And that's why today's video is so crucial, because you have to learn A, what those tests are, but also how to handle them to make sure that you don't make the same mistakes and end up single or losing relationships because you don't stand firm on the things that you tell yourself you're going to do and the things that you tell your girlfriend you're going to do. You have to be able to pass these tests, and by the end of today's video, I promise you, you will. Now, for those of you who don't know me already, my name is Braden. I help Christian men to completely transform their lives through faith-based self-improvement. If you want to join our brotherhood and make sure that you become the man that God has created you to be, do me a favor, scroll down and click on that subscribe button so that you can see more videos on your homepage just like this one. So the first question you're probably asking yourself is, what are these tests and why do women test men? And it's fairly simple. Women want to know that you are the person that you portray yourself to be. They want to make sure that you're the real deal. And you may think that this is unfair or unreasonable, or you just wish that she wouldn't do these kind of things. But remember this, women test the men that they see potential in. And also realize that these tests are completely unconscious. Like, she's not going around thinking like,
Oh, I'm going to test this guy on all these different things.
she does it naturally. And most of the time, they don't even realize that they're doing it. Now, why is it important for you to be able to pass these tests? Women want men who are comfortable with who they are, with their own identity, and who actually value themselves. Women do not want to be with men who are just good actors, guys who pretend to be a certain way, but deep down are extremely insecure and self-conscious. And realize that whenever you fail a test, you're showing the woman that she has control over you. Like, she can literally shake you down to your core. And she's also going to realize that maybe you're not as confident as you lead on to be. And you're showing that you can't roll with the punches. Like, if a girl makes fun of you, or she calls you out for something, or she challenges you and you just crumble, you're showing that you don't know how to handle those kind of situations. You're not like a stoic, masculine man. You're just kind of waving with the wind. Realize that confident men can handle any situation that comes up. Not only do they love themselves, they're also very secure in who they are. There is nothing more attractive to a woman than a man who knows his masculine frame and can stand firm regardless of the situation, regardless of what's happening to him in his life. Now, what do women actually challenge men on? It could be physical appearance. Sometimes women will poke fun at your height or your hair, like my hair. Maybe they'll poke fun at your weight or even the clothes that you're wearing. They may tell you that you look like you dress like crap or you shop at Goodwill. Now, they can find anything to make fun of you for. Whenever a girl pokes fun at your physical appearance or what you're wearing or your hair or whatever, a masculine man of God is going to be completely unshaken by that because he's going to know his identity in Christ and he's going to be like, who are you? Like, I don't even know who you are. I don't care. I'm me. This is who I am. This is what I look like. If you don't like it, get out. And whenever a girl tries to make fun of you and you remain completely unbothered, she's not going to care either. She's going to be like,
oh, I thought I was going to throw this guy off kilter, but he's super secure and confident, and I find that attractive.
Another thing that a girl will try and test you on is your own masculinity. Sometimes, especially whenever a girl starts to feel insecure, she's going to challenge your masculinity or your ability to take control and lead within the relationship. Now, this is fairly easy to understand, but your job as the man is to take leadership and take control of every single situation. Where are you guys going to go? What are you going to do? How are you going to spend your time? How are you going to spend your money? Are you going to go to church on Sunday? Are y'all going to go to Bible study? Like, whatever, it doesn't matter. You're in control. You're the leader. The Bible tells us that as the man, you are the head of the house. And that goes without saying, even if you're just dating, like you need to be the man who's leading. You can't be taking the back seat and just allowing the girl to go into a masculine frame and start making decisions for you two. That's your job. Another thing that a woman will test you on is your morals or your values. Similar to the story that I opened up with, women will get a good understanding of what your beliefs are and what you stand for and your values, and they're going to test you to see if you actually stand firm on those things. Even if it's not about like your religion or following God or anything like that, it could be something as simple as you tell her that you're going to be going on a diet and it's going to be strict and you're not eating any crap, you're not eating any dessert, and she's going to internalize that, but then she's going to test you. You'll be at home and she'll be trying to cook you some cookies or some crap.
I mean, like, you sure you don't want a brownie? Like, you sure? I know you're in that diet, but like, I'm gonna eat some brownies, so why don't you just do it with me?
It's like, I promise you she's gonna do this. And she's literally testing you to see if you're gonna stand firm on your word, if you're gonna do the things that you tell yourself you're gonna do, and if you're gonna do the things that you tell her you're gonna do. It's all a test. And you fail that test whenever you say, I'm on a diet, and I'm not eating any crap, and then she offers you a brownie and you're like,
I've had a good week. I could eat a brownie.
Instant failure. You lost. Do not bend at the knee for anyone, especially whenever it comes to your morals, your values, and your discipline. Now, how do you fail these tests? It all starts with your frame of mind. You cannot take these challenges personally. You can't assume that she's trying to hurt you or she's trying to reject you, because if you have that frame of mind, you're automatically going to lose. Here are some of the common ways that a guy fails one of these tests. They could fall into shame, or they could just deny everything. You can start apologizing, like,
oh, I didn't mean to do it, like, I'm sorry.
Like, realize that once you apologize for something, you're telling her that you were wrong and that you did something wrong and that she somehow deserves an apology when she's the one testing you. Makes no sense. Stand firm in your beliefs, man. Stand firm in the things that you tell yourself you're gonna do. You could also get really defensive or get angry at this girl. Realize that going on the offensive is never the answer. If a girl tests you or she calls you a short king or whatever and you blow up and you get all mad and go, no, I'm the perfect size, you're gonna scare her off. Like, she's just joking around with you to test you to see if you're confident or not. If you blow up and you get all angry and you lose your composure, she is gone. I promise you that. And by far the worst thing you can do is go silent and just start pouting about it. If you get all quiet and tense whenever she tests you, you're showing her that you don't know how to properly handle your emotions. You're handling that situation like a little toddler who just got his toys taken away from him. And that is absolutely not the right way to handle it. Now, I know you're wondering, how do I pass these tests, Braden? There are 3 specific ways that you can handle a test. The first one is to just own it. And what I mean by owning it is just own who you are, own your beliefs, own the way that you look. Just be confident in who you are as a man and just hold your ground in a positive, controlled, playful way. You can also just make a joke of the entire situation. Having humor in a situation like that shows that you're not too serious. You can have fun, you can play around with her, you can return her playful banter with your own. This also shows her that you never take anything too seriously. Like you're not just some uptight, like ready to get pissed off, angry guy. Like you can have fun. And you realize that sometimes girls are just joking around with you. Not everything has to be taken so seriously. Some of the best ways for you to just make a joke out of it is just to be silly. Just over exaggerate whatever she's saying. If she looks at you and she's like,
Yeah, like, you look like you're getting a little fat.
yeah, babe, it's bulking season. What are you talking about? Of course I'm getting fat. The third way that you can handle one of these tests is to tease her or to return the challenge. Give her back a taste of her own medicine with a smirk on your face. And whenever you do this, you demonstrate to her that you can play the game and you can have a good time while doing it. It's just like whenever you were on a playground whenever you were a kid. Almost every time, whenever a guy liked a girl or vice versa, they would treat that girl like crap or they'd bully her or mess with her the most out of everybody on the playground because deep down, they had a crush on that girl. It's the same exact thing. There's one more bonus tip for you to handle these tests that I completely forgot about, and that's just calling her out on her crap. Like if a girl's testing your boundaries or testing your morals and you're not okay with that, just stand firm on the things that you believe in. Like, hey, I don't appreciate you testing me and like doing all this stuff. This is who I am and this is what I stand for, and if you're not okay with it, then you can just leave. And if the girl really likes you, she'll stop just playing all the stupid games. You'll put her in her place and she'll just start behaving the way that you would want her to for you guys to continue the relationship. There are too many guys out there who are very feminine and scared of offending people, and instead of standing for what they believe in, they just become a chameleon. They're like,
Oh, you hate sports? Oh, me too. You hate reading the Bible? Oh, I hate it too.
stand for something, man. Don't be a pushover. If you have certain beliefs, then you need to stand firm in those beliefs. And I don't care who's testing you. It could be a woman, it could be friends, it could be coworkers, like regardless of who's testing you, like as a masculine man, you need to stand for what you believe in. If you want to learn more about how to become a masculine man of God, I want you to go ahead and click on this video. I hope that you learned something today. I hope it helps you to pass any test from any woman. I hope that God blesses you, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.